Gotta go now, gotta go. Swerving in my whip, can't slow down. Driving fast with cars, boy, I'm on the road now. Automatic star, my Vic take a cold now.
Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the Roast Session Central. I'm the Nigerian Nemesis, and in today's video, we are doing the top 3 decks and subscribers of the week. So for you guys that do not know, I choose the top 3 decks every single Sunday, submitted by you guys in my comment section from the previous week. And then at the end of my videos on Sundays, I shout out the top 3 subscribers, which are the most active people on my channel throughout the last week. So starting in this video, we are going to start off with the very first deck coming from Crazy GAGT, and it is a Hog Bait deck. I found this one very interesting because he brings back the Hog Freeze combination. He has bait cards with the Skeleton Army and the Minion Horde, and then he has both Wizards in here, and he's actually using the Spear Goblins, which are very underused right now. So this is why this is the first deck of the week. Let's go ahead and hop into a battle with it and see just how interesting it is. And what do you know, we're up against Megha from Nova Italia. So it's going to be a very, very tough battle for sure. We've got the Hog Rider in our starting hand right here. So he's going to start with a Golem. So let's go with a Hog Rider and Spear Goblins here on the left-hand side and see how he decides to react. He's going to drop off that Mega Minion, which is a very good defensive play, which I was worried about. I was hoping he had like a Skeleton Army or a Goblin Gang, because since he only reacted with 3 Elixir, he's got so much Elixir to storm the right-hand side with now that he does have a Night Witch in support of that Golem. So let's get the Skeleton Army down. I actually should have played that on top of the Night Witch herself, but he had a zap either way. So Minion Horde going down now. They should be able to clean up the Night Witch and hopefully move on to shred down that Golem for us. And then we should be golden here on our first defensive play of the game. So Minion's doing a very, very good job there. Either way, the Golem got to the tower, and as you guys do know, when a Golem gets to a tower, it does so much damage. So we are down to 1502. Here on the right-hand side, I've got my log prepared for the Skeletons. That's going to go down and take out the Tombstone and clean up the Skeletons. Will we get a shot off? No, we will not, because he played a zap just when our Hog Rider was about to get a swing. So hopefully these Spear Goblins will be able to stop the Mega Minion and then get some chip damage off, since he does not have a zap in his hand anymore. Otherwise, he will be forced to play out some more Elixir. A couple of those Spear Goblins will get some shots off, but the Archers will deal with the rest. We've got our Ice Wizard here on the right-hand side going towards that lone Archer that will be able to stop it down, and then hopefully we can get back to our Hog Rider and get this guy to the tower. So now our Skeleton Army is split. We've got our Hog in hand. Hog going down. We have to get our log ready for that Tombstone. Once again, there it is, but our Hog is going to bypass the Tombstone. I'm hitting him with that well played, since he was being very sarcastic early on in the game. And now we have to deal with a Night Witch coming back at us on the left-hand side. I've got my Electro Wizard, which should be a pretty decent counter to the Night Witch, especially in a 1v1 situation. But now that we are in double Elixir time, we do have to deal with a Golem. So here it comes on the right-hand side. I've got my Ice Wizard going down to the left. We're going to split this Skeleton Army, and hopefully we can stop this. But first of all, we have to make sure we do take this left-hand tower. Hopefully the Ewiz can do it, so I don't have to play the Hog Rider. But the Hog is going down right here. We've got our log prepared once again for the Tombstone. That'll be able to clean up all these skeletons, and we should be able to take this tower. But now I am a little bit worried, since we do have to deal with a Golem, Night Witch, and a Mega Minion. So Freeze going down, and hopefully this Horde can shred down this Mega Minion and take out the Night Witch. But very, very unfortunate for us is that he did have enough Elixir to support that push with another Mega Minion. So that Mega Minion did so much work taking down our Skeleton, or taking out our Minion Horde. Log trying to keep everything back, but I think we're going to lose this tower. There it goes. So now our Ewiz is trying his best on defense as well. He's going to play a defensive Tombstone in the center of the map. And this is going to be very interesting because Golem decks usually have the upper hand against Hog Rider decks, especially in double Elixir time. So hopefully this Hog Rider can't get to that tower without taking too much of an L. Log going down. And that Golem is down below half health. He was forced to use a zap there. Let's get a Minion Horde down in the center, and that should be able to clean up that Mega Minion, honestly, and then work over to its way to the Golem and take down the Golem as well. We are back to our Hog Rider, and we need to get that Hog Rider freeze combination off. He's actually going to force in a Night Witch, which wasn't the best play because she went down super quickly there. Hog Rider going down. We've got our log once again, so log going down. Hopefully we can take down this tower. We've got our freeze ready, so freeze is now on the field. The Hog Rider will be able to get a couple of swings off onto that tower. Ice Wiz is going to get some shots off as well, so everything is looking very good for us. Spear Goblin is going down to take out that Tombstone so that our Hog Rider has free reign once he does get back into rotation. So our Hog is ready for prime time right here. Hog Rider going down. He's going to play a Golem, so let's get our Hog down and get a Minion Horde behind that and hopefully get a freeze down onto the tower as well, and that should be golden. So freeze going down. We're going to miss the Mega Minion, but that's going to be okay. Boom, that's going to be the end of the game. The Minion Horde swooped in there and saved the day, giving us a 2-1 crown victory up against a very strong player from Nova Italia. So very good work there from that first deck from Crazy GAGT. So I do appreciate that submission. Moving on to the next deck of the day, second deck of the week. This one comes from the Light Leo, aka Miko. It is a bowler deck with the Executioner and the X-Bow. So X-Bowler, a classic deck. But the reason why I like this is because it is counter-attacking. It also has the mirror in here to help you finish off towers with a fireball at the end of the game. If you need 2 fireballs, or you can go like double Executioner, double Bowler, things like that, just to play a very, very solid defense. So let's see how this deck works out up against Legendary from Ghost Force. We've got our X-Bow in the starting hand, but unfortunately we don't have anything else. And we have both spells and the mirrors, so we're going to be forced to bring out the X-Bow as the first play of the game. He's going to go down there with an Inferno Tower, so I will have to let this X-Bow die off right here, otherwise we could end up taking an L. So we're going to get our Knight down on the left-hand side to help us defend against his Knight and to take up some damage from that Ice Spirit, and all should be okay. Once we get our counter-attacking cards going for us, I think we'll be in business. I'm pretty sure he is running a bait deck. Since he has the Inferno Tower, he has the Knight. So let's go ahead and start up a slow, actually, oh my goodness, terrible, terrible idea. He's probably going to send in a rocket since he is running a bait deck, and there it is. So we set ourselves up and shot ourselves in the foot there. We're going to have to get our log down, but now we are in bad position because he probably has that Goblin Barrel as well, and I'm expecting to see that soon. There's the Goblin Barrel, so Goblin Gang going down. We know exactly what kind of deck he is running, so we have to make sure we don't give him any more value with that rocket, otherwise we will be in big trouble. Another thing that I'm going to do is start to push on the opposite side so that he has to defend against us and play down the right, since he does have a nice little tower lead there. I've got my X-Bow in rotation. We're going to get the X-Bow down and then get our Knight in front of the X-Bow, and hopefully that should be enough to take out his Inferno Tower when it does come onto the map. So Knight going down right here. He's going to bring out the Inferno Tower. I've got my log prepared. We should probably use this here since he does have a Princess, but since that Inferno Tower is going down, hopefully the Bowler is enough, and it's not going to be enough there. So once again, we failed to get our X-Bow logged onto the tower, but that's going to be okay. We forced him to play so much Elixir on defense, so he is kind of worried about it just a little bit. We can get our Executioner down now onto the right-hand side, but once again, we've got to keep it away from the tower so he doesn't get any ridiculous value on the map. We also have our Goblin Gang into rotation, so we might have to play that behind the Executioner because we don't really have another choice here. So Goblin Gang is heading towards that tower. We are going to start with another slow Bowler. Executioner doing a great job cleaning up those goblins, and the Bowler is now working his way down there. He's going to send in a barrel. That looks pretty deep. Log going down, and let's get our X-Bow down on the map once again. Get our Knight in front to take down the Princess, and then we're going to have to deal with this Inferno Tower. So there it is. Goblin Gang going down in the center to help distract just a little bit. Those Spear Goblins should be able to do some work for us as well. So boom, down goes his Inferno Tower. We've got a second Bowler on the map. We've got a log prepared once again, but I think I need to save that for his Goblin Barrel. And what I'm going to do here is probably let my towers die, or let my X-Bow die, and get another Bowler push set up because he is losing so much Elixir right now. And we have a second Bowler on the map already. Bowler's going to take down the Princess as well. So things are looking very, very up for us. X-Bow going down. I don't think he can keep up. Let's get our log down for that Goblin Barrel. We've got our Knight down to help distract against those Goblins and the other Knight. We're going to get that Goblin Gang down in the center once again just to ensure that that Inferno Tower doesn't do any ridiculous damage. Let's get another Bowler. So 2 Bowlers are on the map. We don't have our log in rotation, so we're going to have to eat that damage. But in the meantime, let's drop a third Bowler off. Let's go for it. That's going to be the play right here. So let's get our third Bowler down right on top of his Knight. So we're playing some ping pong with this Knight. 3 Bowlers on the map. X-Bow locked on. Let's get a second X-Bow down onto the map. So 3 X-Bows, 3 Bowlers, 2 X-Bows, and a very, very solid finish to that game. So we ended up moving up the wall slower and slower and slower, and built up a nice counter push with the Bowler X-Bow deck. So once again, thank you so much, Miko, for that deck. And now moving on to the third and final top deck of the week. This one comes from Dylan Yetman, and I think that this is the best deck in terms of how good the deck is, because he is submitting a Bandit Battle Ram 3 Musketeer deck with the Elixir Collector. This deck is so powerful, especially in double Elixir time, when you can continuously split your 3 Musketeers in the back, support 1 with the Bandit and support 2 with the Battle Ram, or vice versa. Just a very, very powerful deck. So let's go ahead and hop into the third and final battle of the video before we do move on to the top 3 subscribers of the week. So we don't have our Elixir Collector in the starting hand, but we do have the Battle Ram. So let's see what our opponent is running. A nice little Goblin Hut. So that's going to be very fantastic. 3 Musketeers going down in the center for us. Let's see if they can do some work. Maybe we'll get a bandit down for the left Musketeer since she is by herself. And she might need a little bit of assistance for that goblin hut. There he goes with the bats. And now a P.E.K.K.A. on top of our Musketeers on the right. So they're going to get shredded there, unfortunately. Let's get a bandit down. That should be able to tank for the lone Musketeer. And get a dash off. There we go. Dash is going to go down onto the goblin hut. And hopefully we can take out that nice ice wizard. But we didn't get it done there. So Goblin Gang going down on top of the knight now. That should be a solid defense. And they should be able to get a little bit of damage off onto that ice wizard. But what I'm going to do here is pump up and play some defense. That's going to be the best move. We've got to get that elixir flow going because that's the benefit of running this deck. You need the elixir collector to get down to give you that advantage. He's actually running an expo deck. So let's get our knight down. And if we don't get this expo dead here, we are going to be in big trouble. So let's get our battle ram down as well. Get to our zap just to make sure those backs do die. Battle ram will get a nice little connection onto the tower for us. And now the barbarians will finish off the expo. So very close call there. And we are almost back to our elixir collector once again. So once we get an elixir lead, he's actually going to fireball. So very good fireball, taking down our collective. But big mistake because I think he forgot that we have the 3 Musketeers. So what we're going to do is drop all 3 Musketeers on the same side, guys. That's why 3 Musketeer decks are so powerful. If you can bait out your opponent's fireball and they forget that you're running 3 Musketeers, they're going to be in for a huge surprise. So Bandit is going down now here on the left-hand side. That will be able to tank for the Musketeers. We've got all 3 of them locked on. He's going to drop off a very, very well played knight and a mini P.E.K.K.A. So we didn't actually get that much damage as I thought we would, but if he makes that mistake again in double elixir time, he will definitely be punished since we will have more to support our cards with. Let's try and defend against this. He does have bats and so much onto our tower, but we should be fine. So we are going to eat that damage. And the reason being is because he cannot finish us off unless he gets an expo logged onto the tower. So a couple of 100 damage will not make any much of a difference. Knight going down right here. We need to make sure we get to that expo. So let's play all 3 Musketeers on top right here, which could be a big mistake since he does have that nice little fireball. So that might come out to play, but I'm not seeing it yet. And the Bandit and the Musketeers are going to do a great job at shredding down that expo. Bandit's going to get a charge off actually onto the furnace and almost went all the way to getting a charge off onto the tower. And now we have the gang, but we have a second elixir pump on the map since we now know that since he has made that mistake in the past, there is no way he's going to fireball our collectors. He has another expo coming down, so we have to make sure we get this battle ram to the expo just to get some damage off. Battle ram will not get a connection off, so we are going to be in big trouble. We have our knight still at full health, so I don't think we're going to need to rush here. Instead, we've got 3 Musketeers going down in the back. Knight is actually going to go down there. Very, very surprised. Let's get a zap off as well. Get our another knight onto the map just to make sure that the expo is focused onto the knight instead of getting focused onto our tower. We've got another elixir collector which we can play, but we have to make sure this mini P.E.K.K.A. does not get all the way to our tower. We're going to play the collector in the center, get a battle ram down. The collector will help us distract just a little bit more against the expo, and hopefully we can get a charge off here with the battle ram. Battle ram will get a charge off. Zap going down. We're going to take everything out there, and the bandit almost got a charge off actually to that tower, but unfortunately she did not. 3 Musketeers going down. That's going to give him tremendous value on the right, which is exactly what I wanted to see. So now we can support everything here on the left-hand side. He should leave those 2 Musketeers alone. And then hopefully we can get to this tower. So here we go. We've got the battle ram. We've got the bandit. All these amazing cards going down in one push, which can be very, very difficult to stop. So this mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to get taken out. Bandit is going to get a charge off onto that ice wizard. And now she's on the tower. Zap going down on top of everything there. Bandit is focused onto the knight instead of the tower. We've got some spear goblins doing some damage for us as well. And that tower is down to 252, but we still have to get all the way over there. So what I'm thinking now is that all we have to do is get a log off and a zap off as well. And that should be the end of the game. We've got to get 2 of those off. So here comes the first log, taking out the mini P.E.K.K.A. And we can get a zap down on top of the tower as well. Bandit is going to try her best. She almost got a charge off and secured the W for us. But all we need now is 1 more log and zap. I'm not too sure what the log does at tournament standard, but 1 more log and zap and that should be the game. So we're going to continue to defend the left-hand side. Battle ram is almost going to get a charge off as well. Bandit going down. Here comes our log. We've got our zap coming up next as well. So zap going down, and with the combination right there, we will secure another W. So thank you so much, Dylan Yetman, for sending in that very strong Bandit 3 Musketeer Battle Ram deck. I definitely had a lot of fun with that one. So let me go ahead and scroll over to the left to show you guys these 3 decks once again, in case you guys do want to try it out, because they are very, very strong. So this is this deck right here with the Bandit and the Battle Ram as well as the Knight. Very strong 3 Musketeer deck. Highly, highly recommended. And then we have this Hog Rider deck, which is very good at baiting out spell cards with the Minion Horde. And then you have a very solid defense. And then we have the X-Bowler deck with the Executioner and the Mirror. Very, very interesting submission as well, and a very strong deck overall. So now we're going to move on to the top 3 subscribers of the week. Once again, these are the guys that watch my videos, they like, comment, and they always have conversations with me in the comment section down below. So my top 3 subscribers of this week are Klepto21, Awesome Giratina, and MV Gaming. So huge shout out to all 3 of you guys. You are awesome. And I want to thank you guys so much for having conversations with me and getting to know me better, and then me also being able to know you guys a little bit better. So if you guys do want to be in the top 3 decks or subscribers of next week, make sure you do submit your decks down below and be active on my channel, and you might be able to make it on at the end of the week. So if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for some more future daily Clash Royale content, and I hope you guys go on and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace!